I
we do
don't
about
care.
that? We
They
don't have
have
a
this is
dollar.
absolute freaking insanity. If you look up crazy in the dictionary, you're going to see a picture of these cars.
I'm wondering if, like, my situation is one of the kind of rare cases where you would suggest that I should sell my house to pay down debt, and if not, then what should I do?
Okay. How much debt do you have, not counting your house?
Around 500 or 600,000.
Whoa! On what?
My husband's school loans are 80,000. My school loans are 45. We have a debt consolidation loan for 45, and 2 cars that are ridiculously like the worst thing you've ever heard. I'll tell you if you want to hear it, but I don't think you want to hear it. You might die.
Just give me the total.
Okay. The total owed 67,000 on mine, 62,000 on my husband's.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And the big thing, I think the main reason I'm calling today is we owe the IRS $56,000, and they want to put a lien on our house because we owe over 50,000.
Yeah. What's your household income?
I'm about to go back full time, making 111,000, and my husband usually would be making around 120, but he was just laid off at the beginning of the month. And that's another part of the story is we have no emergency fund, so we're rocking it over here.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
So normally you would be at like, if you get everything going again, you'd be at like 230. Yeah. And the house is worth what?
It's probably worth between 770 and 800.
Okay. And what do you owe on it?
628.
Okay. Well,
my worry there is like after agent fees and closing costs.
Yeah,
and
you're
stuff,
not going to get enough to clean up the mess. So the mess.
Yeah, I think it would help us with the IRS and maybe to pay out the cars. You know what I mean? The negative equity.
How do you end up owing
car.
the IRS $56,000?
Oh man. So me and my husband, we've been married 22 years. We had 3 kids, very young, super broke back then. So we were on like Medicaid, food stamps, everything like that. We just never had money, right? Then kind of like out of nowhere when he graduated college and then I kind of landed in my career, we started making money out of nowhere and we didn't realize that we weren't getting enough taken out of our checks, yada, yada. So one year after another year after another year, it was like we owed 12,000. We're like, what? I guess it's just tax bracket. I don't understand this. Next year, like we owed 20,000. We're like, why is this happening? I don't get it.
This moment is crucial. The caller admits they've owed more and more every year, $12,000, then $20,000, and still didn't fix their withholdings. That's not ignorance, that's avoidance. This is what Dave means when he says money problems are rarely about money. They're about habits, awareness, and self-control. And when she says, we just didn't realize what was happening, that's code for we didn't want to look. It's so common. People go from broke to making 6 figures. But because they never learn the fundamentals, their behavior scales up with their income.
So genius me, this year I finally met with an accountant who told me that I wasn't getting enough taken out of my checks. Also, I have a side business where I design and develop websites and stuff. So I haven't been doing good at prepaying those taxes either. So it's just a big hot mess of garbage that, it's
so
like
what
a
do you make on
teenager
the
in
side
an
business?
adult body. I think this year, and it was like 30.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, well, what you have is a series of crises.
Yes.
And you really have to probably work on 3 of them at least at once. And sadly, the house won't fix them.
Right.
So, what's your husband do for a living? What's his career?
He's a software quality engineer.
Great. Okay. So he's very employable.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did he leave?
He was in like an 18-month contract and they didn't renew it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Just doing contract work. Okay. Which is another time you didn't pay the IRS.
Well, it was a W-2, so.
Oh, a contract W-2. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
anyway, so the good news is he probably can
chunk.
lean in, put a smile on his face, a pep in his step, brush his teeth, and get a job pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is a pretty employable situation. Mm-hmm. All right. So number 1 crisis, reemployment. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number 2 crisis, the IRS. You need to get on RamseySolutions.com and talk to one of our tax-endorsed local providers, one of the people we endorse in your area, and they will be able to get on the phone and negotiate with the IRS an installment payment plan with no lien. And even if they put a lien, they won't do anything with it because they don't want to pay $628,000 for a house.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything with your lien. So what you don't want them doing is leaning your checking accounts and cleaning out your bank accounts, because that would be disastrous. So you do need to get them. You need to get them on a payment plan, and of course, part of that is you really do have to source this all the way to the bottom and make sure we sit with your tax person. And if you need a new tax person, you can get them at Ramsey as well. Sounds like you may. And make sure you've got the right amount coming out of your taxes, and that you are doing your quarterly estimates on your business. And you file those, and you file that money on time. Once a quarter, you're supposed to figure out what your profit is and pay tax on it.
Yeah.
That's the law. And you're getting hammered with penalties and interest in addition to them coming after you for the balance. Okay. So that's they get after you on that stuff, on that $30,000. They're wearing you out. So, you get on top of that with your systems and your processes. Because you're not dumb people, you're just highly chaotic and disorganized.
And this is where his tough love shines. He says, "You're not dumb people, you're just out of control." That's vintage Ramsey, compassionate truth-telling. She admits they spend money like teenagers, which might sound funny, but it's one of the most honest confessions you'll ever hear. The truth, many adults never grow past teenage spending habits. They just get bigger credit limits. Dave's advice to get nerdy with finances is the hidden gem here. Nerds win with money because they plan, track, and execute. You don't need to be rich to be responsible. You need a plan and discipline.
Yeah. I keep saying we spend money like teenagers, like the way
Well,
that we
you've been doing
organize our
that
money
too. That's another subject I'm coming to in a minute. But you're just out of control. I mean, there's like no off button here. There's frenetic. There's no plan. And so what I'm telling you to do is get very systematized and nerdy about this. Like, I hired you to straighten out these people's finance. Only these people is you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually did a literal PowerPoint presentation, an Excel sheet, before I called you guys to understand what my picture was here. And
well, good. That's a really good
it's
start.
The first step, actually.
And you got to I'm looking at the map, and the little red arrow says you are here. I want to get over there, and now how do I get over there? Right. So that's what we're talking about. So get the IRS under control first with a payment plan and with proper withholding and proper filings of your quarterly estimates. Then we'll begin to pay them off as quickly as we can. And then we come to the cars.
Yeah.
They're both going to be sold.
I'm ready to get rid of them.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
We have negative equity. What do we do about that?
This is absolute freaking insanity. If you look up crazy in the dictionary, you're going to see a picture of these cars.
I was expecting you to say that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say me, but okay.
No. I mean, this is just because it's killing my friend Larissa.
Yeah.
My friend Larissa, these cars own her.
Yeah.
Well, it adds up to what you guys make a year, I mean.
Y'all don't make nearly enough to have those cars, even if you paid cash for them.
Yeah, I think our situation is that we've never been late on a car payment on our mortgage, which is.
Are you going to try to justify this to me? Please don't.
No. I'm telling you that's why we thought we were okay.
Yeah, I know.
That you could afford the payment.
The IRS thing made me look at it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that whole dumb thing.
You realize when you look at these cars that they're a glaring, not just a Dave Ramsey thing or a Rachel Cruz thing. They're just a glaring math thing.
This is what Dave calls a stupid tax, money lost because of poor decisions. And the irony, she says they've never missed a car payment. That's how deep the mindset goes. They think consistency equals financial health. But paying faithfully for something dumb doesn't make it smart. It just means you're disciplined in the wrong direction. So Dave's about to pivot from judgment to solution. Sell the cars, buy beaters, and get your life back. Would you sell both your cars if it meant wiping out half your stress? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just pointing to you guys, like you said, we spend money like teenagers, and so you need to get you a couple of, reasonable vehicles, very cheap, like $5,000-$6,000 a piece. And you guys use your $230,000 income to clean up this freaking mess so you get your life back. Because you're not having fun.
Yeah.
This is highly anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
And when he gets a
yeah.
job back, you guys are making great money. Like
Yeah.
insane. So the
$250,000 a year will clean this mess up.
yes, yeah, you guys can do that. And then if you could imagine making that amount of money and actually keeping it and it not going out in payments, and you guys
trust me, that's all I imagine these
Yes,
days.
What if you
which is
didn't
so-
have any payments but a
Which is
house
great.
payment
yes.
and you
I
made
know.
$250,000 a year? Oh my goodness. You would
Yeah.
have money.
Yeah, I can't imagine it.
And then you can move from a $6,000 car to a $20,000
But that's
car
the thing,
and
though,
pay cash.
is even though that's an incredible income, you still have to live within that income because even with that great income, you guys were living
Yeah,
beyond it, right?
You two
So
just need
there-
to sit down and look at each other
a
and
level
go,
of discipline.
neither one of us are in Congress.
Right.
We can't spend
Yeah,
like this
didn't like it.
anymore. Spend like a drunken congressman. I mean, it's out of control.
drunken congressman.
Well, they say drunken sailors, but I like sailors, right? Sailors, bless their hearts, they're probably way fiscally responsible compared. So,